demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use the new first Noel die set from the John Next Door Christmas 2021 collection to make quite a simple but effective card. And in this die set, you get the 4 letters, the N, O, E and L, but you also get a snowflake, which obviously you can use on its own or replace the O with. So you've got a Noel with a snowflake as the O, but you also get 5 of the outsides. And these have been designed so they've got this beautiful sort of dot detail around the outside. So when you cut them as an aperture, you get a beautiful dot detail, meaning you don't have to over fancy your card. So to do this, I want to show you an easy way to lay them out and how to cut them in. So we're going to start with a piece of red card. This is Christmas Red Crafts 2 linen card. And I need to lay out the squares evenly. And doing that can be quite difficult. So I'm going to use here, this is one of the Press to Impress templates. And these are paper templates with the grid lines on them. And using that really helps. So what I'm going to do is place down each square. And if you notice, it fits exactly within one of the squares on here, or the larger squares. So I'm going to evenly put them down. 1, 2. So I'm covering and making sure that each one is even against a line. If I wanted to, I could actually put them evenly against the red line, just there like that. So we'll do it that way, meaning that we've got the same gap on each one. So we'll put them there like that, and I'll move the other 2 to match. So same idea, up against that line and that line. This also means you don't get any impressions on your card or anything else. So again, up against that red line and that red line. That means I've got an even 1 centimetre border on each one. And I simply put that over the red card I want to use and run that through my die cutting machine. So even though these are slightly bigger than the machine, it's fine because I can just run that through or cut that little extra section off. But because it's paper, it just goes through really simply. When I've run this through, I'll be able to show you what I mean. You can see here, it's just gone through on the side. It's not a problem. But when I take this off, I've now got a template. So I could laminate this and use this every time I want to make this card. Just drop the dies back into the space, or just use it as it stands. But then when I come to cut through, you can see on the red, I have an exact straight line on all 4 areas, making it so much easier to use. So what I'm going to do next is I want to put the letters in behind this, and to do that, I need to use the letters, and I'm going to use a piece of gold. And all I do is just loosely tape down this red topper, a little bit of removable tape, and then take each letter and place it evenly inside that aperture. Just like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just spend a little bit of time getting it nice and even in the center. So number 3 and number 4. And as I said, if you want to, you can swap it and use the snowflake in there. So all we do then is just peel the top off, and again run this through our die cutting machine. And again, this will fit through a standard A5 die cutting machine. So I'll run that one through. Here we go. And we'll take the dies off, N, O, E and L. And you can see that those pieces then are floating in the middle. But when we take our frame, that will fit on exactly evenly on all 4 sides, and everything is even and kept in a square. So all we need to do is add foam tape onto the back of there and mount that onto there. And I've already done that just to speed it up slightly. You can see there, I've got the beautiful Noel all straight. So to finish off this card, I've made a frame already, and I've made this frame using the pear tree die set, again from the John Next Door Christmas 2021 collection. And I've made this just using the same vintage gold mirror card, and this is the waterfall card in green, and the piece from the inside I will use on the back. But all you need to do, and it's easier to do it this way than put it in position, is just using your scissors tilted slightly at an angle, just undercut the excess off. So don't go straight like that, tilt them to one side, and it means that your blades slide underneath the frame on top, meaning you get no little bits showing through. Make sure that's all happy, and we don't waste much at all. So we've got that absolutely perfect. I can then take a little bit of spray glue, you can use a wet glue on this, and I'm going to put the square of card that's left on the back. So there we've got the beautiful Noel showing through with the pear tree frame, and you can decorate this with flowers, with snowflakes, with anything. And then again, a little bit of foam tape on the back, just to give a little bit of depth and dimension. I really like to add dimension to my cards, but I'm only using 2mm foam tape, which means that it's not too deep for posting still. It will still be classed in the UK as a large letter rather than a small parcel. A little bit of tape in the middle so that it doesn't sag. Got that extra piece there, so we might as well waste that. And all I've done is taken a card blank, and I've taken a white card blank and covered the front with more of the red linen card, just so it matches. Slightly bigger at 6 by 6 because the measurements on this are, the frame is a 5 3/4 frame. We place that on, and there we've got a beautiful Noel Christmas card, which you could again replace with the snowflake, but going down in depth, but perfectly straight in the center. Really easy to achieve.